Hello, everybody, and where we have been joining for today, and it's just going to be the same server in Greenville beta, the final release, and it's one of the last beta games that ever published. That it wasn't gonna be trying to do this anytime as well, because that I realized that I'm not smart for too long, and I have supposed to be killed by assassination as well. So before we're gonna be start of this video, I'm making sure that isn't gonna be enabled as well. We have to drive for a vehicle for only one thing, because first thing in the server it was currently night. The vehicle controls that you accidentally using for the turn on the lights by using the letter B, and the H horn like this thing is gonna be using with the L key. Nothing is absolutely going to be using for the letter B as well. So before we're just going to be using for try to do for its options as well. And instead of radio music that we just absolutely try to do. As you can see for the recent updates, I got a Chevrolet. One Chevrolet that I just completely own of this for the last time. And I refused to sold the vehicle out as well. And make sure that I'm just going to be keeping on this vehicle as well. And because of this recent updates, and it was being the final thing as well, and something was annoying is going out here. Let's try to check this out for this very one time. I'm going to be staying away for this one legal thing. If he absolutely get lost, wait, something is resetting itself and making things extremely annoying as well. Another one, he has a warning like itself, but I'm not sure. He is absolutely everything dumb. Everything is absolutely too much dumb, because unfortunately we cannot able to end of this video for anyways, because by the way, he's wanted. If he just completely reset the character, I'm just gonna be watching him resetting the character as well. And before he just completely able to reset the characters as well, this is where the annoying part is absolutely going to be took here for too much. If he's going to be walking closer to me, unfortunately, we're canceling of this video for just any time, because I'm just going to be trying to walk away, and before I'm going to get inside of the dealership as well. Since it's almost going to be perfectly almost gone too far, because I think it's time to mute the entire video as well. Let's just get into the dealership and let's see the official cars. And by the way, there's no Chevrolet to do this. When the character resets, unfortunately, that wasn't going to be a good video anyways, because due to cringe strategy, we possibly indeed to have anything as well. We're starting in coupes, and anything is going to be always one thing regular. We have for a 1% of regular, and probably most likely a few percent in luxury, and a little percent of sports cars as well, and electric cars as possible to do this. We have hatchbacks, we have available classic cars that we just given for the Game Pass, and the regular electric cars we possibly to do this. We have still all regular minivans. I wasn't able to get things like anything to do this as well. The super utility vehicle for just to do this. State patrol units are just only for game passes, and probably not to do that. We just probably wanted to say this is absolutely for a station utility vehicles. And this is going to be slightly the most popular one, sedans. And before I just gonna be starting the job, to see select the job on the menu, we have for some sort of for the sedans, we have a few cars, and not a lot of like these things as well. We got regular and luxury trucks. Probably everything is regular trucks by the way, and the other cars isn't like these law enforcement as state patrol, which is caused the Game Pass as the emergency vehicles as well. And before that wasn't going to be probably to do this, I have one truck that isn't going to be by the way, because I'm making sure that I'm going to be staying away with some other annoying things that we just probably don't like. And something is not gonna be hating to do this as well. Now let's go into the fourth volume, and I got my license, like the job select as well. We have all of the jobs to select: a bulk priced food shoppy, as well Allen's insurance agent, credit union banker, fire responders, burger night worker, superage worker, the twister workers, toys for trucks mechanic unemployed, wolf union banker, state patrol, McDonald's worker, school bus driver, a teacher, a student, a suspect, a Kent's worker, a Kinnick's worker, Greenville cafe worker, a farmer, a postal worker, Aljalapa worker, Heritage Animal Hospital worker, Joe's Collision and Restoration worker, Little One's daycare worker, and a visitors worker as well. And we have for jobs, I got one Chevrolet over here, which is that I just spawned a single cab that I just completely able to spawn like this thing. Now it's absolutely going to be spawning for a Silverado 1500 single cab, but I'm not sure anything of those straight races that just come in and annoy me as well. We have seen in the stores, we have anything about the cash, it's no longer accessible, including the game passes as well. That doesn't absolutely work as well. As you can see, there must be a lot of player list, and oh god, I'm not sure that I'm not interested about for these Asian players. We have the options menu, and we have for many like this for beta release 3.44.0. Let's just be prepared to drive this vehicle. At last, we have for a fuel system is absolutely pretty on. We have already for some sort of a fuel system as well. You can drive anything before this. Is absolutely realistic simulation like this. You can switch to manual transmission instead of automatic and sequential. I guess there must be no police patrol everywhere as well, because you can actually screw everything you want. And also you can turn on the headlights by pressing the letter L. And I'll be really sure it must be 4-gear manual transmission. And would we probably able to drive around here instead of going into the airport? That never saw it on the decent update as well. But looks like if I'm just trying to drive anyways, I did not actually try to give my payments as well. We drive around for suburban homes like this thing into out for the old like this really old fashioned, or not anything for just gotta be one people for just something one of course. And I'm probably that we're gonna be reaching on high revs as well. And for the miles per gallon, that should be able to be lasted for a little bit of run time, because I just screwed the the stop sign as well. And that must be the hill climb. This isn't going to be the end of this thing as well. I'm just decided to start the speed as well, so looks like I'm not going to be very on time to do this. And there is the gas station, which is I can refuel for my vehicle as well. And I guess not, we're unable to upgrade or some sort of refuel like itself to do this. I just jump off the vehicle and we can't refuel the vehicle as well. And how does it cost for the cash? It looks like I have to jump out of the vehicle as fast as possible before it eventually running out of fuel, and then it switched to automatic transmission. And what about the weather system? I think it is. There is no weather system anyways. We're not allowed to go see around for anything like this thing because there must be empty space over here. Let's go into the 4th gear about of this one strategy. Let's just drive throughout the road, and looks like that must be the old beta release, that we just eventually turn off the headlights off and we're driving safely and responsibly. Now we're starting off for $700, but I don't have any job because I have any tips to do this. I'll be able to promote anything that I just eventually want, and maybe I'll be just decided to have for my first job. And looks like I'm just driving anyways at the field, but looks like there must be many houses around here in Greenville, Wisconsin, and it's probably there must be for the Greenville Square. And I think that must be the intersection that I just gonna be going right, because that I just completely able to start being screwed all over here. The car is really on power, not powerful enough as well. So we still gonna be driving anyways, and we still have any open roads to do this. I'll be driving around suburban drives as well for the final released beta as well. We take a drive and we'll see inside of the vehicle's interior. We're unable to see inside of his interior view because I'm not slightly gonna be look around here for those houses like there, as we're driving all the way to the railroad crossing. It's not that big, so looks like we're in throughout for this for a little bit for one thing. I was recording not like 3 AM or something, and it's probably the video is going all the way for over 15 minutes or something. We take a look of this view for anything that beyond of this wait. I'll be gonna be trying to return back here as really fast as possible, and that must be slightly the end of the road, just going straight off before I just completely turn so lately. Over 2,000 RPM. Let's just driven around in the suburban drive as really fast as possible for under 50 miles an hour, as we just completely kick things off. And probably there must be other kinds of homes like itself, or really basically this is very much as well. And it was didn't pretty good to live in this place, because this place was actually dangerous due to national, I'm not doing this like this thing, as we already said, due to the natural disasters about of these homes could damage themselves as well. I'm not sure that I wasn't right, because that caused for a terrifying major natural disasters around here for just not anything that before we're gonna be driven straight through. Not like this over here. We cannot able to be stopped on time, and that's because that I'm just gonna be going to pull things a little bit straight and started to get a little bit speeding about at this moment. After that, it must be that we just already saw the dealership from its last beta as well. That must be another kinds of neighborhoods. Looks like we're absolutely onto the large fields as well. As we enter throughout for this state of home like this thing, I'm gonna be choosing out for neutral. And there it must be is the luxury house of United States. Because as you can see before we try to the end of this video, because as you can see here, to select a job to get a paycheck, unfortunately we're gonna be letting this truck to ran out of fuel or something, which is we're unable to save money like this. And I cannot believe this isn't going to be just a good idea to just a basis, I guess. I'll be buying for something like, didn't absolutely try to make things a little bit interesting about here. I'll be buying something to refuel the truck, and there is the gas station right over here. And it's going to be turn left, and I'll be breaking it into the driveway. And This is where you refuel the truck, and I guess not. We're unable to refuel the truck as well, because I'm not sure the vehicle may run out of gas as well. I'll be sold the vehicle as fast as we could, because all you have to do is sell the car, but unfortunately we cannot able to be refueled to this vehicle because of Roblox updates have just continually even much more worse. We probably never gonna be complaining like this about. And we're gonna be get into this another kinds of this homes things as well. And probably there must be another big suburban drive as well. And there is more things to do this. This is the school of Greenville. This is the Greenville High School of Wisconsin. And probably the houses are just gonna be trying to work on school. And we're probably not sure that isn't going to be just like this. It's absolutely very near in the school like this thing as well. I better getting myself out of here before the sun goes down as really fast as possible. There must be a large couple of farms as well. I may zoom out, but absolutely contains a little bit a lot of like these things as well. We eventually ran towards into the red light, and we can see there must be other kinds of homes, what anything that it was to do this. I feel like it's good to be in a pleasure like this place. It's better yet like home as well. It's probably such as the good place no matter what, that I didn't absolutely live here, that I just currently live here. We just screw out of those stop signs as well, and I'm not sure, we just screw everything about the stop signs as well. And I cannot believe it. It is good place just like home. Greenville is probably for my home as well. I think this is absolutely the end of the highway drive, and nothing could be seen around for this anything either. But looks like I'm just gonna be down shifting is going to be making things a little bit for a smooth acceleration as well. We really think this is absolutely a good pleasure to stay here. If you're possibly that you're retired in about of this for a working situation about here, you try to better go to Greenville as fast as possible and be prepared for the natural disasters like anything it goes. But we're not able to wash the car as well. There must be another off-road selection about here. You'll be driving 15 miles an hour that you walk into the barn. Looks like this video has gotten over 15 minutes by now, and it's probably nothing was actually windy like there before. We got 2 barns. We actually find our way for ourselves. Looks like this is absolutely America. Look like even better view like this thing. I hopefully that was actually a hit. And this is absolutely pretty just good place like home. Like Applejack's home like this thing as well. I think this is absolutely the sunset is going to be really early afternoon as well. We still keep on screwing out of the stop sign as well. I'll be making sure that I'm just gonna be trying to start my own job for right now, but I guess this isn't going to be almost everywhere about to do this when I was driving really dangerously fast as well. And we still have any kind of homes as we possibly that we already drive around for this. As we drive over 50 miles to 60 miles an hour, and I was slightly speeding already for many more reasons to do this. What actually we did sell to do this, there must be toys for trucks. It's absolutely right over here on the right, or the left, that you're just going to do this exactly for driving as anyways. I think it's time to the end of this video quietly, because it has been over 15 minutes at about of this video to 16 minutes. We got a couple of vehicles, and hopefully it was a maniac inside or outside of the dealership as well. We're gonna be wrap up for today's video, and that is how old it's going to be guessed as well. And that should be the end of this video right now. And I was attempting to park this vehicle safely, because I'm still pretty keen to do this as well. So if you'd like to do this as well, if you enjoyed this video about of this final release of the Greenville beta as well, make sure the game is linked in the description down below, and you leave a like and subscribe of this game and my channel as well, or in this video as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll see you mini lads down on the line as well. And I'll be cheering out, and probably I wasn't able to come for this game and start my own job.